Yo, how's it going guys? Faints here, and thank you for clicking onto this video. Today I'm bringing you yet another Monster Hunter World guide, and in this video I'll be explaining how to defeat the majestic beast that is the Kirin. Now, the Kirin is definitely one of the coolest looking monsters in the Monster Hunter universe, but don't let this awesome unicorn looking ass fool you. It is also one of the toughest monsters we have seen so far in the Monster Hunter world, but this guide will show you how to turn him from one of the toughest monsters in the game to one of the easiest to fight so that you can get some cool looking weapons and armor from him. This video will especially prepare you for when you reach Hunter rank 49, where you unlock the 9-star rated assignment in which you have to slay a tempered Kirin, which I can guarantee you is not an easy task. You can of course fight the Kirin before reaching Hunter rank 49 as a 5-star rated quest, which I highly recommend doing first for both practice and to unlock the Thunderproof Mantle, which will tremendously help you in the high rank Kirin quests. Of course, this guide can be applied to both solo and multiplayer. I did the Tempered Kirin quest solo with a Charge Blade, which I wouldn't say is the best weapon for fighting the Kirin since he is extremely fast, but I hear using ranged weapons may be more advantageous since you're less likely to get struck by his lightning attacks. I cannot confirm nor deny this since I don't use any ranged weapons at the moment, so this guide is mainly for melee weapon users. But if you have defeated a Kirin with a ranged weapon and would like to share your tips and tricks with everyone, then leave a comment down below and I will pin your tweet so that others can see. So, in terms of weapons for the Kirin fight, I would like to recommend any fast hitting weapons, since the ideal tactic for this fight is to hit and run for your life. He's an extremely fast monster with a pretty small amount of health, but as a trade-off, he deals a lot of damage and can combo you really hard by paralysing and stunning you. So therefore I don't really recommend weapons like hammers since they are pretty slow hitting. Weapons like dual sword and long swords would be good picks for this, and I'll explain why in more detail later in this video. But somehow I did manage to slay the Tempered Kirin first try with a Charge Blade without even dying once, so I'm pretty sure you would manage better since I am a potato. Alright, now let's talk about his weaknesses. Kirin's main weakness is fire with a 3-star weakness rating, so if you have any fire weapons then perfect. But the Kirin is also weak to water, ice, sleep and blast, each with a 2-star weakness rating. And finally, he is also slightly weak against dragon and poison, each with a 1-star weakness rating. So I wouldn't really recommend these. So your best bet is to definitely go with fire elemental weapons, and you want to avoid thunder and paralysis weapons since the Kirin is resistant to these two effects. Now in terms of armor, I would highly recommend that you pick up a strong armor set with thunder resistance. I use the xeno'jiiva alpha gear since each piece of armor has +2 thunder resistance. Then I just throw on some anti-para jewels on my gear so I could not get paralyzed, and I throw on some thunder resistance jewels so I had a high resistance to thunder. Now as for the final part of our preparation, make sure you carry around some nullberries in your inventory, in case you get inflicted with Thunderblight, as that means you are more vulnerable to getting stunned, and that could mean life or death as he could very easily 2-hit you with those deadly combos. And make sure you carry around some Mega Barrel Bombs for when you get him weak and he retreats back to his nest. And also finally, make sure that you're either using a Vitality Mantle or Thunderproof Mantle. Either of these will work against the Kirin. I would say the Thunderproof Mantle over the Vitality Mantle, but that's just my opinion. Whilst you are loading up the quest, go to the canteen and eat a quick meal. As always, I recommend going with high defense and high elemental resistance meals since you want to survive long enough to learn their combos. And finally, I will show you a full list of what items I used for this fight against the Kirin right now. Okay, so you got all that? Good, now let's get on to the actual strategy. As always, what you first want to do when you spawn in is pop your Mega Demon Drug and your Mega Armor Skin, since you don't want to be popping them mid-fight. But just before you fight him, make sure you put on your Thunderproof Mantle or your Vitality Mantle. Don't worry, the Kirin is a pretty passive creature and won't attack you on sight. Now, the Kirin may look harmless and pettable, but don't let his awesome illustrious mane and iridescent glow fool you. His unicorn looking ass can very easily one-hit kill you if you are not careful. So my suggestion going into this fight is to draw a tag and keep peppering him with damage, aka the hit and run tactic. This monster doesn't have a lot of health, but the trade-off is he deals a ton of damage. So just don't be too greedy going for heavy hitters unless you knock him or mount him. If he stuns or paralyzes you, you're most likely gonna die. As I said before, slow hitting weapons are not really suited for this since it is really hard to stop attacking after you start, especially in the case of the Charge Blade, as he moves extremely quickly, so you can very easily miss your charge attack. But the main place you want to be attacking is the Kirin's head or horn, since those are his weak spots. The Kirin has two main forms: normal state, where he doesn't have an electric field around him, and then his powered up state, where he basically goes full Super Saiyan blue and develops a blue electric field around his body, which makes him strong like a bull. So the only effective place where you can damage him in his powered up state is his head, but be careful fighting him when he goes full Super Saiyan blue, as he is more likely to unleash some deadly combos on you. So just attack once or twice here and there, and then get ready to dodge. Now, I want you to pay close attention to the areas of blue on the ground, as these are the areas where his lightning attacks will land. Just make sure you stay clear of these areas and you shouldn't have any problems fighting the Kirin. Either you take a lot of damage or you take none. Mechanically, there really isn't much to this fight, except whenever you can, try and get the high ground over the Kirin, so that you can mount him and then knock him. You can absolutely go to town on him. Once you get him weak, he will limp back to his nest to rest. Like the Nergigante fight, this is where you want to use your Mega Barrel Bombs and deal some easy damage. Attack him a few more times and eventually you will slay the Kirin. So I hope you found this guide useful. As always, if you did enjoy watching this video, then please hit that like button as it really helps support me. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the Faints fam and click that bell next to the subscriber icon so you know exactly when my next upload is. If you haven't seen my guide on how to get a Thunderproof Mantle, or how to defeat a Nergigante, then click the links in the description. If you want me to cover any monsters specifically in my next video, then let me know in the comment section down below, where you also have a chance of being featured in my next video. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a fantastic day.